You don't never need help from nobody else. All you got to do now.
All right.
Express yourself.
Hey, y'all. Come on in. Join us. I don't know if you can hear the music. I hope you can. On that end, we've been having difficulties with the music the last couple of lives. But as you come on, there is a question that I would like to pose to everybody, and just to add a little positivity. What is one positive thing that has come from this COVID situation that we're in now? What is one positive thing that has come out of the COVID situation? Let us know. Type it in the comments. So as you come on, just let us know. Answer the question that's on the screen. What's a positive thing that's come from the COVID situation for you, your family, people around you? Let us know. Let us know. Something positive. Share with us. Give us those testimonies. And whatever else it is that, anything good that's going on with you, despite the COVID. Okay? Hey, y'all. Thanks for coming on. So as you come on, again, one positive thing that has come from COVID. Type it in the comments, y'all. Let us know all the good stuff that's going on. It's a lot. It's enough negativity going on. So let us know. I'm gonna read them off as you type them. One positive thing that's come out of COVID for you. Hi there, Miss Linda. Thank you for joining. Let us know something positive. One positive thing that's come out of COVID for you during this COVID situation that we are currently in. Let us know. Also, if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, type in the comments and let us know one positive thing that has come out of the COVID while we have been in this situation. I know it's some positive things going on. Y'all come on in and express yourself tonight. Let us know. Hi, Mommy. My mom's there. Blessed to be here with family. Absolutely. Blessed to still be here with family. Definitely. Hey. So as you come on, I know there's a lag, so I will repeat myself just a couple of times. Let us know something positive that has come out of the COVID situation that we've been in. We've been in quarantine. We've been working from home. We have haven't been able to go out to restaurants for some time. Haven't been to the movie theaters for some time. So it's a lot that's been going on. All right. But what's something positive that has come out of the situation for you? Monitoring health a little bit closer. Okay. True. This is true. It makes us a little bit more aware. Absolutely. That's a good one. Hey, y'all, come on and talk to us. Express yourself. What's something good that has come out of COVID for you? Go ahead and put it into the comments. All right, Steve. Hi, Steve. Newfound respect for business owners and development during the pandemic. More business plans in action than before. Okay, absolutely. You have seen a lot of businesses come forth and be birthed out during this time. And I just believe that, that came with having the time to do it, right? Having the time to do it. So some stuff that was maybe resonating in somebody's heart and somebody's spirit was finally able to be realized. So That's a good one. That's awesome. All right, just a couple of more minutes for this question because I want to know. I want to know what's going good with y'all. No financial loss during the shutdown. Amen. Hello. Still making it, right? Still making it. That's awesome. Absolutely. No financial loss. That's good. We know the people of God are still thriving. I believe that. I believe that our finances are still in His hands. All right, Steve. Don't let me kick you off now. Growth, mentally and spiritually. Okay, awesome. That's yes. I think if anybody has not gotten some growth mentally and spiritually, I don't know what you've been doing. We've been in for a while. A puppy and my wife's new book. Uh-oh, we got Mr. Robinson in. Mr. Robinson is on, y'all. Hi there, sir, and welcome. Welcome. Yes, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead. Y'all know we gotta go through and share, let people know. Yes, and make sure you all share the video. Share. Invite people to come and join us, okay? Because we are in for a treat tonight, honey. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all better start listening to me. We are in for a treat, okay? All right. So welcome to Express Yourself Friday night, y'all. We are in the building one more time, and I couldn't be more excited for the show that we have for you tonight. I guess I just go ahead and call it a show. I can't get around it. The events also that we have for you on tonight. Okay. Here we go. All right. So before we even get into all of that, because we have Miss Brianna Robinson is with us tonight. Woo! If you missed her before, okay, you are certainly in for another treat tonight. She is here to talk all things book. Okay, book release. Not underway, excuse me, has already happened. The last time she came, we were talking about it being underway, and now it has been released. And she's going to talk to us a little bit about it tonight. All right. And she's also going to give us some spoken word tonight. Are y'all ready for that? Because I am. Okay. Go ahead and cast it to your TV. Go ahead and sit back and relax. And hang out with us for just a little bit tonight, okay? Because we're going there. All right. I wanted to first of all say thank you to everybody that came out to the Express Yourself live event last weekend. Y'all, it's been a week. It has been a week. It was actually last Friday, okay? And we had an amazing time. All right. We had a ball. The event was on the 18th. We had it a little bit earlier this month, but it was on the 18th. And y'all, when I say if you could not have made it into the building, you absolutely missed a treat. All right. But we had a good time, like always. Okay. I want to thank Miss Aura Roberts, who came out crowned with glory. All right. She came and she graced us. Okay. Also, Tanessa Barnes came out. I'm just kind of go down. Lauren Elwood, I believe. I hope I didn't say her last name wrong. Shanice L, she came out and blessed us with a little neo soul spin. Kara Watkins and B House Painting, y'all. Miss Tommy. If you have not seen the pictures on the site, please go take a look. Okay. Her paintings were amazing. All right. And the one that she did live was absolutely beautiful. And somebody did end up purchasing that one, so that one's gone. I'm pretty sure she can do more, but she does have a website. I'm trying to get that from her so that I can put that out, because I did have a couple of people ask about that, and for great reason. So thank you, Miss Tommy. She was one of our vendors that night. We also had May Sense, okay, Miss Donna Gregory. All right. It was in the building, aka Liz. Okay. Hi, Mika. Thanks for joining. Donna Gregory was in the building. She was another vendor for the night. So keep a lookout also for her natural skincare products and things like that. And I believe she had some men's things that she introduced as far as like beard products and things like that. So if you got something going on around that area, you might want to check her out. Okay. And then also we had Impress. Okay, boutique was in the building. Miss Tracy Kraft, Apostle Tracy Kraft of the Post Church. The Post Church is also the venue where we have been having the Expressions Live events for the past couple of months. We are currently renting that venue out right now until we can get our own building. So y'all put that on your prayer list for us, okay? Okay, we're trying to make moves, amen. But we want to make the right moves, okay? We want to make sure that we're moving in God's timing. So y'all keep us in prayer as it comes to that. All right. Let's see. I think I named everybody that came out and that actually performed that night. We had a few. It was a good amount of people, y'all. And like I said, we had an awesome time. Okay, we ate good, we chilled good. It was a whole vibe. Okay, it was a vibe. And if you missed it, don't worry, because you can make the next one. Okay. The next event will be in October. We are looking for it to be the last Friday of the month, which is the 30th. Do not quote me on that, but just know that that is the tentative date. And once we have it set in stone, we'll put it out there for you. All right. Before we move forward, okay, and not to bring the mood down or anything, but I just wanted to acknowledge the people in the land, okay, and I wanted to say, be encouraged. I came on the other night just briefly with a short snippet of a video to say be encouraged, because that was what was on my spirit. I know that we got the news about Brianna Taylor, and as I was thinking about this, I was like, oh, we got Brianna on the show today, so we can pay homage in our own little way tonight. Okay. So we just want to send prayers out to her family and to her loved ones, for their grief, their loss, and their loss in many ways at this point. But we're going to keep it all in God's hands, and try to move in wisdom, people of God. Let's move in wisdom, godly wisdom, okay? Have an ear to hear him. And I just wanted to acknowledge it. I wanted to put it out there because we know it's a lot going on in this world right now. So, which is also why I wanted to start off with the question tonight of what was something positive that came out of COVID for you during this time. Okay. For us, for me and my house, we were able to birth out Expressions. Okay. And I can only say that it's been a blessing so far. It's got its ups, it's got its downs, it's got its bumps. Okay. If anybody has a business or plans events or anything like that, you have an idea. You definitely have an idea of what I'm talking about. But we've been having a good time, so we're gonna keep going, y'all. This right here, this setting of express yourself on Friday nights, for the most part, because sometimes it happens to be on a Thursday or a Wednesday. But these sit down sessions right here that have also come out, I did not see them coming into the way that they have. But in order for us to be able to obtain like awesome artists who are not close to us, we have to go out and use these here internet lands. And I am very grateful for them, because on tonight we have Miss Brianna Robinson with us. Okay. And she is one of those awesome artists who is not here in the city with us, but by way of the internet. Okay. Yes, I put an S on the end on purpose. Okay. She is able to join us, and she is able to come and express herself. Okay. So I want you all to sit back, relax. We're going to talk to her a little bit. But before we get into the talking, okay, she is going to open us up with a spoken word piece. So y'all get ready for that. Are y'all ready for that? I want somebody to type into the comments, tell her to express yourself. Okay? Express with an X. Express with an X. Express yourself. Okay? That is exactly what I want you to type in when you get that. All right. And I'm going to bring her up now. Y'all ready? All right. Hello, Miss Robinson. Uh-oh. I
Can
am
you hear
unable to
me?
hear you. Yes, there you go.
Awesome. How are you?
I'm awesome. I'm great. You ready to start us off?
I'm ready for my brand new book, The Replacement Theory, The Power of Pain and Prayer. It was all a dream. There's so much between once upon a time and happily ever after. Fairy tales became scary tales, so wake up, you're dreaming. Tricked me out of my sanity, the diamond, it sparkles, it distracts. On my finger, I marvel, it's shiny. I served my purpose and he sacrificed me. Broken hearts lead to tear-stained pillows and sheets. Bellows and pains, he sacrificed me. Left me to see what hurt really sounds like and how loud pain really stinks. My senses were confused, self-esteem bruised and exposed completely, and all he could say was, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you.
Awesome, y'all. Come on and give those snaps. Give those snaps. She opened this up, y'all, with one of her pieces, and she actually read it straight out of her book. So, welcome, 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 Miss Brianna Robinson. Just to go ahead and get right on into it, tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
So I am originally from Kentucky. I now live in Baltimore, Maryland with my husband, Lamar, the one who was shouting me out on the live already.
Yes.
And our new Cocker Spaniel puppy named King. I graduated from Howard University, got my MBA from Loyola University of Maryland. I work as an HR analyst right now in one of the public school systems here in Maryland. And I can now say I'm a published author.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I love serving in my church. I enjoy traveling, and I love all things desserts.
Oh,
yes, that's all.
listen. That's part of my problem. Yes. So you're here to talk about your book tonight. Why don't you go ahead and introduce your book to us, The Replacement Theory.
Of course. So The Replacement Theory, The Power of Pain and Prayer is my first book. And it's a story of pain and heartbreak, really, but also the encouraging journey that I took from being broken to being healed. So 5 years ago, I went through a very, very gut-wrenching divorce. It was horrible. But I discovered through that process that God has a replacement theory. And essentially, in my mind, what he showed me was that everything in your life will work for the good. Anything that was lost, anything that was destroyed, God can restore that and will replace it with something even better. So now I use that story through my book to encourage others just to lean into God's love and push through that pain into their victory.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Lean into his love. Ooh, I like that. I really do. So what made this become a book? And is this your first book?
This is my first book, yes.
Okay, so what made this actually become a book?
Yep. So like I said, as I was going through that divorce, it was really birthed out of my own healing process. I journaled as a part of my therapy. And so much of the book comes from just my journaling. I think I spoke last time about how during that time I was just so broken and hurt that I couldn't even pray out loud. And so a lot of my journal entries were my prayers written down. And then eventually, as I was going through that healing process, I realized if I had had a book like the one that I wanted to write, it would have helped me. So I essentially wrote the book that I wanted, that I wish that I had in that season.
Oh, that's good. Awesome. You want to make a change? Be the change.
Right.
Awesome. That's great. So where can we purchase the book?
Yep. So the book is available online on Amazon and also barnesandnoble.com, both the paperback and also the ebook versions. I also have copies with me. If anyone wants a signed autograph copy, I'm happy to sign that and get it delivered to you. My PayPal information, I think, is on the screen and Cash App, so we can connect and I can get your address and everything if you're interested in that as well.
Absolutely. So if you are interested in it, please, please, please. The Cash App is up there. She said Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and also PayPal. So make sure you reach out to Brianna. Just if you would like to get your own signed copy, okay? Get that signed copy because that's gonna be worth some money, okay? I believe that. So how does your spoken word, how does it tie into you being an author?
Oh, that's so good. So I write when I truly feel inspired. So typically it comes from things that are just related to my life, experiences, thoughts, emotions that I have. So obviously the book was written in that same spirit during a time where I was going through something and just had to express my thoughts, my feelings and emotions about it. And so a lot of my most recent poems were written in that time and are actually included in the book.
Awesome. Are there any plans for a future writing project? Can we be looking out for something?
So I don't have plans yet for a future project, but I'm not opposed to it. I have a few ideas kind of in my mind now that this book is kind of out there in the world, has finally been birthed. I have been thinking about like what would be the next part of this, the next step to this. I considered doing a poetry book, but I think I always lean towards prose mixed with the poetry, similar to this book, The Replacement Theory, where, I have a story to tell and the poetry just kind of enhances that.
Awesome. That was going to be one of my questions. Could we expect to see a poetry book from you? So
yeah,
that.
It's an idea. It's an idea. God's plans will obviously supersede mine, but yeah, we'll see.
Absolutely. So when it comes to spoken word, what does spoken word actually mean to you? When you hear spoken word, what's it mean to you?
Mm-hmm. So for me, spoken word is really just one of the many ways that you express your heart, you express your thoughts, your emotions. I love that with spoken word, you can be as clear as you want to be, or you can be as cryptic as you want to be. You can kind of hide your story within those words, if that makes sense. It's an outlet to be creative. It's very therapeutic. I know for me it was. And it's just fun to do. It's poetry performed. And that's what I really, really enjoy about it. And I know I was writing poetry. I've been writing poetry for years. But a lot of my poetry stayed in my journals. So it wasn't until about 7 years ago that I actually started performing my poetry and actually doing spoken word in front of audiences.
Okay, awesome. So about 7 years now. Awesome. So you're going on to new beginnings. The number 8 is new beginnings. So after that, it's onward and forward. That's awesome. So what kind of advice would you give to aspiring artists, spoken word artists, authors that want to come out with books, things like that?
My advice would just be to write it down, get started, just do it really. Lay it out on paper. A lot of the times we hesitate on those things, because we are so concerned, and I say we because I was exactly like this, so concerned about how it will be received by other people. But your story, your ideas, your thoughts, your emotions are just that, they're yours. And so someone may be depending on you to share your story, to actually use your gift to put your story out there. And so, you don't know who you can help or who you can inspire, just by using your God-given gifts. So write the book, perform the piece, and just go for it. Would be willing to use your gifts.
That's awesome. Great advice. Great advice. I think what's the word say? Write it down, make it plain.
Absolutely.
just do it, right?
Mhm.
And as our assistant pastor says, a lot of times, just do it scared. Okay,
Yep,
do it scared.
that's right.
Even if you're scared, just do it scared. And I believe that she is also your cousin. That is
Yeah.
Pastor Pearlie. So just do it scared. Awesome. Awesome. Well, Brianna, we thank you so much for coming out and expressing yourself tonight with us on this here Friday night. Okay, it's raining here and we're in the house chilling. And I thank everybody for coming out and hanging out with us. Brianna is going to she's gonna take us out with another piece, y'all. But just be encouraged again tonight. If you got something that is on your heart to do, just like she just said, go ahead and just do it. Write it down if you must. You might become an artist yourself. Go ahead and put it out there because, like she said, somebody is probably in need of what it is that you are holding. Somebody might need what it is that you have. Okay. So once again, thank you so much, Brianna.
Thank you.
And I'm going to put the screen over for her so that she can express herself. So put it in the comments once again, y'all. Tell her to express yourself.
Awesome. So this piece is entitled "Just Single," and it's actually the backdrop to the book, The Replacement Theory. Love is not too lasting when you're loved cold. Promise is not too holding when lies are told. So I was filling out an online form that was asking for so much personal info, but I had to get it done, so I started at the top. Name, check. Date of birth, got it. Address, done. Marital status. In a matter of seconds, the field triggered a battlefield of emotion in my soul. Anger, grief, disillusion, and confusion. I came to the conclusion that I had no idea what to choose. I caught an attitude real quick, disappointed, like, why is this even pertinent? I was only applying for car insurance. But the insanity and doubt ran deep, and the options nearly destroyed me: single, married, or separated/divorced. My fingertips dropped along with my jaw, and I had no idea how long I could stall. I was stuck. I read and reread, but I swear the form said acceptable, more acceptable than judgment only. I couldn't get past it. I couldn't understand why my feelings were so torn and my esteem so bruised. I was not at all amused by this question. What do I choose? Why couldn't this be easier? Like, are you married or not? The answer to that is quite clear. No, I'm not married. I screamed in my mind as if someone could hear, but in all honesty, I'm not just single either. Shame on Geico for trying to further categorize, ostracize, and stereotype me. Other would have been the preferred selection. Deflection from the label and protection from the stares. At least the please explain further box would unlock and open my heart where I could start to accept that I wasn't just single, but had an experience to share. I would have said, I fell in love at 14, engaged at 22, married at 24, but was left devastated, rejected, and lost at 25. The honeymoon was over before it even began. I had planned on forever, but never planned on his lies, numbered by the tears that I cried on days that never seemed to end. Impregnated with brokenness, he delivered my perfectly broken heart at 9:45 on a cold day in December. I remember those vows that must have fallen on deaf ears like quicksand, soaking up mute tears, bewitched by a falsehood, a facade I just knew was an answered prayer. I was fooled. I would have said, like a war veteran from Iraq, my beautiful world was shaken. Earthquakes in diverse places. I never thought I'd be standing in this place. Yes, the end time was near. I remember when pinky promises would bind the soul, so covenants must bind eternity. But while I was on cloud nine flying high, he was lying down low and that blew me away. I said, while I was on cloud nine flying high, he was lying and down low and that blew me away. He was my everything. And I would hold my breath for him. And that was fine for him so that I couldn't question him. But I did like, where have you been? And who was he? And why is this guy in your iPhone pic? Sure. Yeah, right. I was confused too. Love is not too lasting when you're loved cold, and promises not too holding when lies are told. I would have said, fooled my mind once, shame on you. Stabbed my heart twice, shame on you too. It would have been easier to understand. Easier to understand if he wanted one more beautiful, more loving, more exciting, more patient, more perfect, more pretty, just better than me. You see, in reality, he simply sought one more he than I could ever be. I couldn't compete. I was his ride or die, but then he killed me, murdered me mentally. He destroyed my self-esteem, and I wanted to stay. I really tried to. Sometimes love is blind and sometimes you're just lied to. I remember sitting in the doctor's office alone, crying, realizing I could be dying in love with my murderer, thinking this life isn't fair. And death wouldn't be either. Ice, cold, eyes heavy, soul empty. I wanted to escape the nightmare on my street, but Freddy Krueger was nowhere to be seen. I was awake and my hell was real. It was hot. And he was the flame that had burned me. The safety net of matrimony was not enough protection when the objects of his affection were outside of our boundaries. I would have said, how dare he have the audacity to take for granted my chastity? I'd saved myself for him. But then I prayed for him. Father, forgive him, for he knows not what he does, because if he did, he'd know that king's kids are not to be played with. If only he'd known his helpmeet contently catered to the canvas of his needs, that he had a queen, patiently preserved for her queen, her king, a ruby whose greatest value was her virtue. He had me completely, and I would have sacrificed my life for his, and I did. I died to be lied to by the one that I cried to. How could this happen? But standing on the shoulders of a mother who told me don't ever give up on God, and a father who said, you don't ever give up on you. I had to do what I had to do, but all of that would have been a bit too much for a Geico.com comments box. So there I sat. And other was not an option to select. Neither was single with the story. I accepted the fact that I may never have the opportunity to explain an oxymoronic marital paradox. I struggled to connect the disconnects in my mind, but by process of elimination, I had to choose the only one that remained. I had no other choice but to choose the one that best described my story. The judgment, the stigma in all of its glory, I had to accept that I was no longer married and could no longer claim just single. Thank you.
Express yourself tonight, yeah. Express yourself tonight.